Hello, good morning, everybody. And now, it's the Tom Van Gambling System with your host, Tom Van. In his 13-part series, you'll learn how to edge your bets, hedge your bets, and wedge your bets right up your asshole. And now, here's Tom Van.
See, what you have to do is you have to think about a bet and then decide what you're going to do, but then think, wait a minute, I lose all the time, so I'm going to do the opposite of what I think, because that will win all the time.
It's the Tom and Danza Costanza.
Because it makes sense. If I lose every bet I think is going to win, I'll just bet the opposite, and that's a guaranteed win, right?
It's the lock of
it has to be.
It's the brutal lock.
It has to be scientifically true, but then you do that, and you're like, wait a minute. Is this the one I really want?
But it's demoralizing when you do that.
I
wouldn't be able to do that because it means you're just like, I'm wrong for everything I do.
Am I tricking myself into thinking that I'm doing the opposite of what I want, and the opposite of what I want is what I really wanted to begin with? So I should do the opposite of that, back to the beginning? Anyway.
Well, you have to wipe your brain clean and then go like, this is the one. Right? Like I used to do before Orlando City. Change the date. What's today's date? September 9th of 2025. Widescreen, all the same. High-res. Thank you. Okay. See if that works. All right, buddy. Would you like for me to start?
Sure.
Okay. And hi, everybody. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. That's going to take too long to do that, but that's fine. Oh, Keyed Up BDM's got 30 days till the Semantics at Sea cruise.
All right.
There you go, buddy. Sailing away. All right. Is this a starting for tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. I'll start in 3, 2. It is a corporate time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Welcome to the show, everybody, and we're glad to have you here. First and foremost, like right up front, we've been having some issues with the app and the website. I think they're all fixed. I just want to make sure everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But if you are still having problems with your account, and if you are a BDM, and if you're not, you can sign up at tomanddan.com/registration. But if you're having an issue, just email me, and I will get you squared away. But I think we're good now. Everything should be smooth sailing on down the tracks.
So I'm out of our guillotine league as of last night.
I wasn't going to talk about that. I wasn't going to talk about that.
Like I'm out.
I couldn't.
First man out.
Okay, can I bitch
it
about
was me and Daniel.
Can I bitch about something? I didn't know how to find where you and I were even playing. That's how poor the app is. So I would like to request to be the second person to leave the stupid guillotine league. I'm out of it too. I hate it. I did bid on a player. I threw some money at a player.
So last night I thought that maybe I wasn't going to be out because both of our players stunk. Yeah. And Roma Dunze and TJ Hawkinson.
Well, Hawkinson stunk extra bad.
I know he did. And JJ McCarthy stinks. And you got rid of Sam Darnold. Anyway.
He's killing it.
So
I'm sorry. Are you happy you're out of it?
No, I'm not happy.
Well, I thought you said you didn't want to be in it anyway. Also, I'd like to
point out. That's what losers say. You losers say, I wanted to lose. No, you
I
didn't.
Meant to do that.
Yeah, no, you didn't. You're a loser.
Let me point something else out. And not to point this out, but this was the year of putting it all in the line.
Well, that was for the other league I'm losing.
Well, you lost to that one.
I know.
You lost that one too.
And I got 3 injured players. London's out now, sprained shoulder.
Yeah, I did see that.
John Jennings out.
Jennings is a beast.
Bo Nix stinks.
Anyway. All right. We'll talk about that later at another time.
Yeah, whatever. It's not a football show. I just say,
that's fine.
This is the year. I laid it all on the line. Anyway, so there was a story over the weekend.
Okay.
That as I looked at more and more, it dawned on me that this is the most impressive thing a dad could do for his son that I could think of, and the coolest moment that the most impressed that his son will ever be for a dad. Okay.
So wait, hold on.
Hey, look! There he is! Cool down on the mall! Oh!
So I decided to do a new segment called Cool Dad of the Month.
I love
now,
it. Yeah, I'm in.
This may never be beaten, because the more I think about this, I don't think there's a cooler thing that a dad could do that would impress his son as much as this.
And you're going you keep saying impress the son. So you're just the fact that you're saying impress the son is taking all of the normal ones, like giving a kidney, a body part or something. Like, is that, because I don't think.
Yeah, because I think that if your dad.
Kids aren't impressed by that. If your dad gave you a kidney to keep you alive, the kid's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're a dad.
No, but you're happy, but you feel bad that your dad gave up your kidney for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
probably
some
gonna
guilt. Kill
him faster, right? I would imagine.
He's on alcohol.
You got to think about that.
He needs to.
You know he is. You know he is.
But
or maybe his two are so bad you don't even want one of his bad kidneys.
There may not ever, there's someone would never be able to beat this, I think.
I also don't know what you're talking about,
okay.
so I'm really excited to hear what you have to say here.
All right, so did you watch the Bills-Ravens game on Sunday? It was a crazy game, the biggest comeback the Bills have ever had. The 80 points scored total. And in that game, before the game starts, Tyler Bass, their starting kicker, got hurt, right? So the Bills needed a backup kicker. Now, what I tried to do some research, and I don't know why they didn't take a kicker off their practice squad. You know what I'm saying? Usually they don't roster two kickers because it takes up a roster spot.
Oh, trust me, I know, young Hoku, I know.
So their kicker goes on IR, and they need a new kicker. So they call up veteran kicker who was out of the league. He didn't have a job, Matt Prater.
Okay, I know the name.
Matt Prater, 41 years old, had been a long-time kicker in the NFL, played for the Lions. I think his last year was in Arizona, played for a couple other teams. And so they give him a call, and when they called him, he was currently an assistant coach for his son's football team, which his son is the quarterback of, all right?
Makes sense.
Which when I heard assistant coach, I was like, why aren't you the coach? You're Matt Prater. The coach is more qualified than you.
But maybe he's smart enough to take the lower position just because it's less heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the kid's like 8 or 9.
Less pressure. It's less pressure.
Yeah, but he's Matt Prater. He's been in the NFL. Like, he should be the head coach. Anyway, so Matt Prater is the assistant coach for his son's football team, and his son's the quarterback of that team, right? So they give him a call. He takes a red eye out on Thursday, right? And he doesn't even know.
This is like a Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah. He doesn't even know the Bills players' names a lot in the locker room. Like, he meets Josh Allen for the first time, and maybe he had met Josh Allen before, and one time, but I don't know. You never met Josh Allen before.
Well, it's whatever. It's still a very unique scenario.
So, of course, if anybody watched the game, the Bills, dramatic comeback. In fact, I turned off the game because it looked like the Ravens are going to win. Yeah.
If you didn't have alerts set for that, you wouldn't know to go back to check it.
At one point, the Ravens had like a 99.5% chance of winning. Like, that was their win percentage.
Sure.
So anyway, Bills come back. They drive down the field, and Matt Prater comes out for, it's not that long of, I think the field goal is between 30 and 40 yards.
He had 3 in total, so, you got to hit them all.
Yeah. But he comes in for the last second, and they're down by 2. They have to, if he misses this, they lose.
It's kind of the guy you want, right?
Yeah, and he kicks the game-winning field goal, and they carry him off the field, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It's awesome.
Old man Prater is 41. He's 2 years younger than me, and so his son is watching this game.
Do you know that?
Yes, 100%. Like, your dad.
I don't like talking about 100%. You don't know that. You don't know that this means anything to his son.
No, he's a football. This is
I'm just basing it on what I know. I'm just basing it on the things that matter to me don't always matter to my kids.
Yeah, but he's the quarterback for his football team. His dad, Matt Prater's assistant coach. Like, it's got to matter.
It's cool. It is really cool.
If he didn't have kids that were into football, like, he's got 3 other kids or daughters. They may not be into sports. It may be.
I think LeBron thing's cooler though. Playing with their dad's cooler than this is removed. This is cool. This is up there for, dad of the month. Definitely. What is this? September? Is he September's dad or is he August? Is it a carryover?
But as far as being impressed by something, because your dad was essentially out of the league, right? Coaching your team.
But
and then he gets called in that
this.
Weekend.
But he can do this. It's not like he's doing something that wow, and I don't, he's a proven guy.
Yeah, no, but he was out of the league. He's not,
doesn't matter.
He's probably never going to play again.
It's not like once you leave the league, it's like, sorry, you're, what's this thing? Yeah. You'll start looking at a football like it's an alien device.
No, but chances are his son, or you were not going to see your dad play another game.
Be cooler if it were a quarterback. That's the only thing I would say.
But it can't. This is the only situation it could happen because it's the kicker.
Didn't we have?
They're not bringing a quarterback off the couch to come and win the game.
A couple years ago, the Browns did that with old man. He's still playing there. And that was the same sort of scenario, right?
Not off the couch.
Off the couch.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is more impressive because it's quarterback. You hate kickers. It surprises me you even want to give this as much weight.
Yeah, but I guess.
But it's cool. It's up there, but
because when you're the quarterback, you're playing the whole game, so you kind of get used to it. When if you're Matt Prater's son, he's called in to kick the game-winning field goal, and so it's kind of like he did kick a couple other kicks that game, but to kick the game-winning field goal, I feel like is more exciting than a quarterback winning the game throughout.
Of course you do. It's your argument.
Yeah. That's not my point.
No, I'm not. I'm just pointing out.
I asked on the BDM page what the coolest thing they've ever done in front of their kids, and I thought to myself, there's nowhere close to anything like this I could even think of. No one has any cool experience like this that would impress their kids.
You've done some cool stuff in front of your kid. You did a backflip off of a boulder. I don't have anything even remotely
backflip
close
off
to
a
that.
boulder. I know. I'm definitely cooler than you are.
No, but I'm just saying. You've done that. You're acting as if you haven't done anything cool. Your sons thought that was cool.
No, but this is to the level of insane storybook type of thing.
No, I know. I'm just saying that for a guy that hates kickers, I'm surprised you would flag that one. I think old Flacco is more impressive. He did a season. It wasn't just a game. This guy came off the couch and went right in, and he's still there.
Yeah. I guess for whatever reason, this story of Matt Prater coaching his kids'
I think it's
team.
because it's connected to your age, and you probably identify more with it because you can kind of see yourself, and you know what it's like to find fitness maybe a little bit later. You know how hard it is to focus on that, and maybe you can identify with it greater. That's what I would say off the rip.
No. I guess Flacco's in his 40s too. Anyway,
would you like to do an email or a voicemail, sir?
Yeah.
All right, voicemails and emails. Let's jump over here to this one, and I got to put this on my list of people to email. This is from BDM Danny. Says, "Hey Dan, there's a local Facebook and Instagram page called the Hewleys that said they'd love to be on if you guys invited them in. Please do. They're Central Florida related topics and they'd be great for the show." Have you heard of the Hewleys?
Maybe.
It sounds familiar for some reason. Let me Google them. The Hewleys.
There's a lot of influencers that have an insane following that I may have heard their name once. I have no idea though.
There's so many of them now that are sustaining a living that it would almost be impossible, I think, right? I mean, I can name probably 4 that we know. Saustache is one where that's his day job, Adam LZ, Matt Mormon, and that's just the ones that are closer in our universe. So, yeah, you're probably right. There's probably, dozens upon 20s of these people, even in Orlando, that could even be millionaires succeeding and, And this is going to sound harsh, but tell me what you think about this. I'd love to talk to them, but is their story going to be any uniquely different than what are we trying to interview? Just to talk to people, or are we trying to figure out what was uniquely interesting about their YouTube journey? Because we do a lot of that, and sometimes it's I don't know, is that ship sailed where we get the YouTuber on and we're like, how did it happen?
Well, yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
It's not a rarity as much as it was at the beginning, so having an influencer and talking about like how they got started or what. And a lot of times, if they're doing sketches or something else, like it's hard to talk to someone about like this their sketch because it's
not their personality.
15 seconds of their comedy, which they do a good job doing, but then it's like their backstory is like maybe not have anything to do with their content, so therefore it's like what do you talk to them about?
Yeah, I mean, even
how much money you make, that's really the only interesting thing I think.
Yeah, I mean, we just did a version of that, sort of, and he was such a nice guy, but we talked to Wix, and it kind of became one of those with like, do you enjoy doing it? Yep, I enjoy doing this. Do you make a lot of money? I'd make a decent amount. Okay, thank you. And I'm like, and then maybe that's on me for not asking good enough questions.
See, the most interesting part about an influencer is the exact amount of money they make to me.
They don't like talking about that.
No one does. And so if they told me the exact amount of money, that's what I'd be super interested in. But besides that, maybe how big their actual business is. No, like their team, like, I employ 5 people. Like, that's more than I thought, or less than I thought, or whatever. Like the qualified captain account.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when you said that.
I thought was a bigger operation than it was, and turned out it was just like a guy, his sister, a couple other people he employs, and that's it. So it's way smaller than I thought.
Did you like that, or was it do you think when people, it's different for everybody. When you find out that something is smaller than you originally thought, is it impressive to you, or is it a letdown?
It's impressive. It makes it more realistic that I could do it. If, if I wanted to do that, there's not a giant team of people that you'd have to put together to do this. It's like, you can do this yourself with a couple friends or whatever. It becomes more realistic when someone says they want to be an influencer or have like an influencer account.
Yeah, it's a legitimate business now.
So, and like I said, it's great because he could sell it. It doesn't have his name attached to it. It's just a thing.
Yeah, it can be regional too.
Yeah.
It could be, qualified captain Florida. Like you could absolutely do that if you wanted to. It's brilliant. Let's try this voicemail right here. I believe this is from our good friend DeBerry Joe.
Hey, what's up, Tom and Dan? It's DeBerry Joe again. We were talking recently about things we had to turn off, like they were just not good. We couldn't continue watching it. My most recent one is this yogurt murders documentary, and the only thing that ruined it for me is the main guy's name is Michael Scott, and all I can think about is The Office, and that's enough to ruin it for me. Okay, bye.
You don't turn a lot of stuff off, right? Or do you? No, maybe you do. I don't know. I don't think I've ever asked.
I don't watch that. So if I'm watching something, I'm going to see it through. If when I'm browsing stuff, I'll turn it on. I'm like, God, there's too much garbage. It's just way too much content.
Yeah, there's so much out there now. Like, I can't even keep up with shows that I want to see. The Yogurt Murders, I don't know that one.
No,
I can't even keep up with, like, Invincible I can't keep up with. I was trying to catch up with The Boys I'm behind on. Like, all these shows that I know I'm not going to get to watch with Andrea,
Yeah.
So it's like they just fall to the wayside.
I know about the Tylenol murders. That was a documentary.
That was during my childhood, I believe.
Yeah. Someone poisoned some Tylenol and they couldn't figure out who did it.
And I can remember the panic in the community. I remember my mom actively not buying Tylenol because of that reason.
Yeah. Could you imagine now? It would probably bankrupt it would bankrupt Tylenol because back then it probably didn't spread around, or maybe more people were watching the news. And I don't know. It's hard to.
That sounds accurate. It'd be like, well, I mean, you only had a couple sources that you would go to find out what was happening, right? So you go to the news, and they're talking about the Tylenol thing. So maybe did more people know because they were plugged in?
Yeah,
more people are plugged into their own thing now.
Yeah, it's easier to spread information now to the masses because, of your cell phone. But you're right. Everybody was watching the news in the 80s. And as like every parent was watching it, so
1982 remains one of the infamous product tampering crimes in U.S. history of all time. It was in the Chicago area. People in the Chicago area died after taking extra-strength Tylenol capsules that had been laced with potassium cyanide. Dude, that's some old-school 80s S right there when you're using cyanide.
Yeah, I don't think they ever found out who did it either. Like, oh, yeah, well, my wife's here, but she doesn't want to be on camera. Oh, you want to?
Oh, yeah, you don't have to be on camera. You can grab that microphone if you want to. We have a call, too. Thank you for calling Tom and Dan. Is this the Tylenol murderer?
No, it's not.
Okay, thank you for calling. Okay, thank you for calling. Leave a message.
Hey, give me your voicemail. Give me
No.
your voicemail.
Do you want to? I can't send you to voicemail. This isn't like calling Amscott.
What'd you want to tell us?
Yeah,
sir?
just tell us. Just go.
live.
We're live. Just go.
All right. I just listened to your interview with Jesse Wolf.
Yep.
Yes.
And I've got your free $1 million idea.
Okay, you have $1 million idea for us. Go.
Hold on, sir. Before you tell me, I bet you $50 it's not $1 million idea. Would you take that bet? 2-1.
Make it a hundo.
Okay.
This
All right.
is surefire.
Fair.
All
All
right,
right.
okay.
I'll what is
Okay.
that?
I'll take the $100.
I'll
You need
stake
to
the other
print-
50.
Listen, wait. You need to print some T-shirts, small T-shirts, okay? Middle schoolers, and make it kind of right on the border of disgusting. You're pretty good at that. It shouldn't be hard. Then you give them out to all the kids in a middle school, and you have a teacher throw those kids out of class for wearing inappropriate clothing.
So you want us to
And then
give
you-
disgusting? Your $1 million idea is to give disgusting T-shirts to middle schoolers so they get these kids expelled.
Yes.
And that's good. That's $1 million idea.
All right, where's the?
Yes.
What-
because the
What time
media
today
picks
are
it
you
up.
driving to the studio to hand Tom his $100? You moron.
No, hold on, Dave.
I'll be at his house tomorrow.
Oh, this is your wacky mailman. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Your idea's great.
No.
Leave everything be.
So how do you make money off that, mailman?
You get free advertising because the media will pick up the fact that somebody got kicked
Nobody's
out of
watching
school,
the news.
and they'll show them T-shirts.
They show them disgusting T-shirts. The middle school has got the disgusting T-shirts on.
Now,
Yeah, it does. No, not disgusting.
You said disgusting.
Borderline disgusting.
okay.
You said you want to rewind disgusting.
Borderline disgusting.
Borderline. Okay.
So,
Borderline disgusting.
so Tom and Dan Small Johnson shirt. Okay.
All right. That's
it's a
borderline
Well,
disgusting.
Johnson, there you go. It's perfect.
It says Little Johnson.
Yeah.
Bat this around between yourselves. I got to go back to work.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, Tom.
All right.
He just did the dirty Jim to us. He's like, "There's your idea. Write the segment."
Well, you know what's funny is that people do think that way when it comes to like media exposure. That
Just put some borderline disgusting shirts on some middle schoolers, and then the media will pick up with it. You're millionaires.
So just to show you how like media, the power sometimes doesn't do anything. Like when Bob Saget died, and we did a media tour on whatever the hell extra
we did a
and whatever
death
the hell.
blitz.
Yeah, which still doesn't make sense. They're like, you're the last people to interview Bob Saget.
And we were not.
but even if we were, we're like, yeah, we interviewed him about his comedy show. It like had nothing to do. We have no. Anyway,
Did he look like he was dying?
But we were on how many different TMZ plugged us. Then
we're on like
5 other national
Access
TV
Hollywood.
shows. Yeah, whatever it is. Did zero.
Less than
Zero. It didn't do anything.
No.
So
It was hard for us to find the coverage of our own show.
So what do you think going on local news would do?
I don't know.
It would do
I don't
nothing.
know. Sometimes I think it still does stuff locally, though. Because for people
course,
that are truly
it doesn't
plugged in
do-
locally, you have something. But yeah,
it doesn't translate to dollars immediately. Like maybe after a long time you grind it out. Grinding's the only thing that does anything.
Crystal, did you want to comment on the Tylenol documentary?
Well, no, we haven't seen it.
Oh, I thought you'd
So-
seen it.
Well, it's just that when he said, "I don't think they ever figured out who did it," I just was curious if he knew that, or we never watch it.
Hell, you wrote our show.
We never watch it.
I have to say a lot. I can't consume everything. You say get off my
Yeah,
phone
but
when I'm at. Well,
Other people saw it, so you can't just say, "I don't think they ever found out." What if it's in there?
What if it's in there?
Could be in there. You just
Ask
never-
It could be
ChatGPT
it.
if
I
they ever
already
found
did.
out.
I already
did.
Did they find it out?
You know what I want to do? I want to talk about ChatGPT.
Okay, do you want to talk about it? Okay, let me say they have not found who did it.
All right. Well, you just heard that or something, but okay.
Well, he does remember a lot of stuff, and then he will, and he does it like a
take
kid.
a guess.
But he also does it like a kid sometimes too, where you'll say something, you'll be like, yeah, I'm starving, and he'll be like, you're not technically, you're actually not starving.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wish he'd just let things fly like a little loose, but he doesn't like that.
You know who's good at guessing too? My son Tommy Van, the third. He can guess his way out of tests and things.
My God, somehow he squeaked out a 3 on that fast test.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
He didn't know nothing. I've looked at him and he's like, I don't know what. And I'm like, oh God, you're gonna fail. And then he gets a 3, and they're like, how'd you get a 3? And he's like,
Don't
guess.
question it. Just let him go. He's got the numbers. He's riding the lightning.
No,
He's a gambler like his daddy.
Like a few days before, he took a regular test and got a 53. Okay,
Yeah.
how did he take this kid just got out of 5th grade. He took an 8th grade math fast test and got a 3 on it.
Guessing. I'm telling you, I guess my whole life, and that's I've gotten to where I am today by guessing. And just guessing the answer, guessing.
You were just guessing that, weren't you?
Yeah. Like everything I've guessed, I didn't know for sure. I would just like make an educated guess, but it's not educated. Make a non-educated guess.
Okay, so just make a rant. Is it random?
random.
No, it's not random.
It's not random because there are choices. So it's
It's just based
guess
on
of the choices.
It's based on what?
Okay, it's based on Slumdog Millionaire, and I'll explain. I did this with that game show, or that game we guessed the song years.
Oh yeah, Hitster. That's really fun. I recommend it to everybody.
So my brain works like the Slumdog brain.
Okay. I've been calling you Slumdog Brain for a very long time.
Where it's like
your brain is like a S-pit in Mumbai.
You ask, I look at a question and then I don't know the answer at all, right? Because I didn't study. I have no.
You don't know where you are.
I have no idea. But then, based on the question, I go back and I'm like, what? And then it's all
like you're falling through knowledge.
Yeah, the Slumdog. I'm
falling through knowledge was a really good imagery.
Yeah, well, I work it that way.
Yeah.
My shrink says
there's
I should.
there's like numbers.
Well, yeah,
and
he's
stars.
got stuff in there. That's why I hate it. I tell him all the time. I'm like, you're smart. It's just, he's falling through all
It's
this
just
stuff.
jumbled
and
up.
he's grabbing it.
But
He'll get it.
And then it's like what? And then like it's like that game we play with this. What year did the song come out?
Yeah, you just said that.
We just oh my
No,
God.
no.
You're falling back. Now you're running through the knowledge.
Well, I'll give you an example. Like, so when I hear the song, it's like, what year did this come out? I use my radio career, like from the 2000
life experience, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm like, where was I in my radio career when this song came out, like roundabout, and then I narrow it down from there, and then like
This is
high
what
school.
normal people do.
Well, I have my good at it.
It's called thinking.
Yeah, the rest of us are doing that too. I'm like, okay, this was in middle school, and the girls were booty dancing. Okay, I was in middle school in these years. That's how.
Why are me and Tommy so good at guessing then? I don't know. So like a slightly more accurate
You
version
probably
of that?
have a better connection with some of your memories in there. So instead of falling through, like I think maybe you are better connected to them.
You probably are more willing to just take a random guess than most people are too, right? Like I'm afraid to say the wrong thing.
Never afraid to be wrong. Yeah, he
But
is.
you're never afraid to be wrong and are always wrong.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
that's how you do it. That's how you win. You just say things.
If you're never
President.
afraid to be wrong and you're constantly wrong, you're 100%.
You are.
Tell me. That's you're 100%.
Yeah, and just move on, and no one ever cares.
You know who's
And they're
not
like, this guy-
100%?
What?
ChatGPT.
Okay, why? Whatever.
No, it's not. Yeah, it messes me up all the time.
Doesn't it?
Well, I use it daily. I tell him this all the time, but I get sick of arguing because he's like, it's absolute. I'm like, okay.
So I've been using it lately because I never used it. I don't know. It's all the hype. So I'll type in a random thought into it. You know, like, hey, what do you think about this?
You can do therapy stuff with it too.
I don't want to do that.
I do it in the car. It's
I'm
pretty
not
fun.
doing anything emotional with this thing. But I asked it the other day a question about something. I don't know. And it gave me back the wrong dates. Like it didn't know what today was.
It has problems with stuff that's current because it's only pulling off of a model that's like a year dated. So all of the stuff that it's accessing for you when you ask it a question will have an end date like September 1st, 2023, 2024.
Yeah, it can't do it like for real time to the second.
Now,
as of
you
today.
can ask it, you can say like, hey, that's wrong. Search that compared to now, and it'll clarify its answer. They're trying to fix stuff like that.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, but it's just
Change your prompt a little bit.
It's
You can add to
interesting
your
because
prompt.
that to me seems like the most basic thing.
Yeah.
Where the way that it responds to me about I'm walking, right, and a part of my knee hurt. So I wanted to know like what part is this?
Oh my God, I do this.
Oh.
And so you know, and then
I
I'm
take
like,
pictures
well,
of my body.
how long will it take me to like, you know, work on this part or whatever? And then so I said till the end of January, you know, can you write me a workout plan? So it writes me a workout plan for 16 months. And I'm like, and I said end of January is not 16 months from now. It's only about 20 weeks from now. And then it's, you know, it's like, okay, sorry, I made a mistake.
You may have had yours.
You made a mistake?
You may have had
I'm
your
relying
set.
on you.
You had your set to Venezuelan doctor. He just moved here, and he is a real doctor. It's fine.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his
know,
license
guys.
yet.
What insurance did you get,
I'm just saying,
ChatGPT?
if ChatGPT can't, you know, give me the most basic, it doesn't know today's date and how far away the end of January is. It thought it was 16 months away. Then now I'm like, well, what the hell else are you telling me that I'm believing that's just totally wrong, but you sound good saying
Now, are you paying for it?
No.
Let's think about this, too. If you're not paying for it, maybe the model you're using is even lower than the one that's out now.
Maybe.
And that is
but a lot of people are not paying for it, and
Correct.
a lot of people are relying on the information coming from it.
But a lot of people are paying for it, and that's going to be the information culture divide, right? Because the people that pay are going to have the real information, and the people that don't, what do? Well, the information's all locked behind the paywall. Sorry. That's why this stuff gets people mad. But yeah,
I didn't think about that. All I thought about was the fact that this information is inaccurate, and there's a lot of people relying on it.
like I wonder
It's just
if
going to make us dumber.
I wonder if mine, because we have the business account here, if I did it, if it would do it correctly. If it did, that'd be a problem. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about Corey Feldman because
Oh,
me
yeah,
and my
good
wife,
pivot. Good pivot.
me and my wife have a, we need to
Is
find.
this a hall pass? That's a hall pass, right?
Oh my God.
It's a doo-doo. That's a doo-doo.
Why do you want to talk about Corey Feldman? Is he all right?
He may
Yeah,
not be. No, he may not be.
Well, he's going to be
Missing.
on the new season of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, that's mean.
So
It is, but I'm in for it. I'm done because people. I 2 years ago I would have been with you, and even last year I would have said that's mean. We shouldn't. But you know what? I'm with everybody else now. It's fine.
Unless he's like turned around and he's doing great, and he's going to come out and show how well he's doing mentally and physically, I don't want to see that because I just feel like it's exploiting someone who's not well.
Is Corey Feldman's autograph on our marriage certificate?
Yeah, but we can never. I mean, it's probably been shredded or something.
They photocopied it and put it
Yeah, it
into
should
the
be on
system,
file.
right?
Yeah, it's digital, babe. It's not like in a paper warehouse somewhere.
No, anyway, but they photocopied.
They didn't photocopy the back.
Oh, the back is where
It's on the back. It was
This probably
on the
was at a time when they
Wasn't
didn't
it-
do a back. They do the back now. They scan. You have to scan everything now.
Anyway, so
Well, if you look it up on public record, the back is not on there.
Damn it.
So Corey Feldman's going to be in the new season of Dancing with the Stars, and Daniel told me today that he disappeared.
Yeah, he's
Right.
missing.
No.
Yeah, he hasn't showed
Yeah.
up for any of his practices. His coach, who I guess the professional dancing side of his team, she won last year, and as of this morning, she's saying, "Yeah, I haven't seen him since the announcement on Good Morning America. He's been MIA since."
You know, he just accepted it like, oh, I'll do it. That sounds fun in a manic, state. And then when
he's
it comes
freaking
down
out.
to like showing up and doing the work, he's not. He's
Okay.
off doing drugs or something.
So
I don't think he does drugs.
Well, then he's off having mental illness.
I think
somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think his is
Okay.
from misdiagnosed mental illness and severe molestation.
So I have a theory that Corey Feldman is a genius. Okay, all right. So because sometimes you're so crazy, or just so smart, you're crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I do think he's pretty smart.
So the smartest
Oh,
thing,
maybe.
if you look at marketing wise, and the most attention he could possibly get, right? So they asked him to be on Dancing with the Stars. Obviously, Corey Feldman, known for his ridiculous onstage performances of his band that everybody clowns him on, I guess his...
Well, he's a frozen in time performer. What I mean by that is he's been doing the same Michael Jackson pop lock and the same song since he was performing at Howard Stern's 36th birthday bash. And Howard is 72 years old now. So it's just a wild frozen in time guy that I'm here for it.
So they asked him to be on Dancing with the Stars, and of course the network wants like a crazy Corey.
The
right?
only thing better than Corey, and you both know what it is,
Yeah.
and you'll never get it. If you could get Britney Spears on there, you could shut down.
Yeah,
You could
yeah,
literally
yeah.
make.
Oh, that's a.
You could.
That's
ABC
a white whale.
could make so much money that they could be like, well, this is now we can compete with digital. Now we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
compete with Instagram and TikTok. We're back, baby, because we got Britney Spears.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that'll save them.
So if you were to like bring a big marketing team in and say what should Corey Feldman do to get the most attention, this would be it, right?
For him to disappear?
Yes, because if he just went and practiced and did fairly well and danced and then like, oh, you did better than we thought, yay, and then it's like, that's a nothing.
Yeah, I think sometimes you give people too much credit.
He's trying to get me because he knows I believe this stuff now, because he knows I believe that Tom knows I believe that all gloves are off when it comes to advertising and that nothing is real anymore. And I'm almost willing to believe what he's saying because so many things are fake now. So many things are done
That's
for
true.
purely
Everything's
attention,
fake.
and I
Yeah.
hate it. It's gross. Everything's done for attention. There's a percentage of what you're saying that's probably right.
And because
I don't like that.
because now he's like, oh, he's gone, he's not practicing, and he's like, what if he never practiced? And
I bet he's practicing, but they're saying he's not practicing, and then he's going to come out and do a little twirly-do. He's going to do
He's
good.
definitely doing a twirly-do.
Or-
and I'm going to be watching it.
I predict him wearing a blue, flowy, puffy shirt, tight black pants.
See, now
you need to play the Powerball.
there's two things they could do. Like he's actually practicing somewhere else, and whatever he comes out, he does decent, better than people thought. Or it's a gigantic train wreck, and he does no practice, and it's the worst
Practice
performance.
or not, it's going to be a train wreck.
Yeah, yeah.
We know it because he loves
And
the entertain.
I
and
don't want to exploit him.
it's going to be a hard watch.
Teddy Duchamp.
But he's been exploiting himself for years.
I know.
He
You're
knows, even though they're cognitively.
That's the thing we're not sure of, right? That's the thing that makes people mad is you're about to say he knows that we're laughing at like what he's doing, and I don't know if he knows.
I don't know.
It's
yeah.
like he's trapped inside his
You
own.
think he's a genius? If he was a genius, wouldn't he just ride his childhood fame into like more stardom?
He's
Yeah.
like,
But I'm not
what
saying
he's doing.
train wreck stardom. I'm saying like if he's actually just a secret genius, why didn't he just continue like doing movies?
Because you
and-
could be a genius and untalented.
Okay.
Familiar with this?
You make me speak. Are you speaking from a point of reference?
Wait, are you the genius?
no.
He's saying he's an untalented genius.
I don't know.
No.
I think it might be the opposite.
I like that all of this was for Tom to make his case to you, his wife, that he is an untalented
I'll
genius.
be a talented dodo too.
I think he's a talented dodo. That's
See, I don't think he's
both
a dodo.
the same. The yin
you
and
don't
yang.
live with him.
I don't think. No, not him. I
I'm
I
joking.
don't think either of you are
Oh,
dodos.
you meant Corey Feldman?
Yeah, I think you guys just think differently. You know, imagine what it's like to live with me. I mean, there's some really dumb things happening in the Dennis household that revolve around me. It's just because I'm weird.
Okay, let's look at this, analyze this. You've always wanted to be a rock star, right? And you've always wanted to dance like
He's
Michael
obsessed.
Jackson.
That's the number one, right?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that even over movies, that the Michael Jackson dancing and that obsession is the number one. It has to be.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Do you think the severe molestation was by
I mean, it could have been the guy's nose fell off, and if I were betting,
Who
you know,
knows?
if
But
I'm
they
a
were friends, right? Or something
Look,
when he
man,
was a kid?
all I know is if I'm in a movie in a small town and I'm a small town cop and they're like, we're trying to find the molester, and I'd be like, we got to start with the guy whose nose fell off.
But he didn't get convicted, right?
No.
Okay, well, if the glove doesn't fit.
So, but if
That's pretty good.
if you want to
Just trying out a new stand-up stuff here. I like that.
be famous for being in a band and dancing, but you can't sing or play an instrument
Or
or
dance.
dance, right? So
He can kind of sing.
So yeah.
He can kind of sing. And
He's
he can
gotten
kinda
better.
Dance.
He's
And
He
gotten-
yells a little.
He can kind of sing and he can kind of dance.
Yeah,
His
but-
Stand By Me's not bad.
But his
and
dancing, people make fun
His
of it.
Dream a Little Dream isn't bad, and Comeback King is a good song.
No one's looking at his dancing and not making fun of it.
No,
Everybody's
'cause it's Michael
making fun of-
Jackson.
Everybody's making fun of it. And so if you can't do all these things, but you want to be famous for doing them, this is the best and way to get there. What other way is there to get there?
TC, could it be the more obvious option?
That it's just randomly
That he's just
trying
crazy.
and everybody's laughing
and
at him.
he's famous and he has a name, so he keeps getting put out there, but he actually is. He's not a genius. He just keeps trying, and it's just always bad.
Oh, he's failing?
Yeah.
So is he dumb?
But is he failing? Because he's putting on shows.
It's a horrible failure.
He's selling tickets and people are going to his shows.
Yeah, but not that many. Have you looked at the crowd? It's not that many. And anybody who's there is there to see the train wreck. If Corey Feldman came to town, TC, I would be like, I want to go see this guy, but I would know I'm not going there to see a show.
He's selling tickets.
Music show. I'm going there to see what kind of melee is gonna.
Well, it depends on what your level of success is, right? He is kind of a microcosm of the new style of fame, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to be the best, or you just have to have a lot of eyes on you. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if they're laughing at you, laughing with you, whatever. It's just
true.
You are
just want an audience.
You are standing on stage, playing an instrument, singing, dancing like Michael Jackson
professionally
in front of a live audience,
millions.
right? And you are touring. And without his shenanigans, it wouldn't be as popular.
Is the intentions? You're always big about intentions, right? What are their intentions? What is the intention of the audience? Are they there to sing along with you?
To laugh at him? No, they're there to laugh at him.
Well, then, what is he doing? Is he a genius?
Well, he's a genius to accomplishing the goal of professional musician, because without the...
Well, he's not a genius. He's just accomplishing
You're really
his
good at...
goal.
TC's so good at, wiggling through something and justifying
Except
if
we're talking about Joe Flacco, then he gets mad.
Is Joe Flacco still playing?
Yeah. But anyway, it's so now the other end of this is this not on purpose, that he just freaked out and he's not practicing, or based on what Tiffany's told us about, she knew some people that played in his band,
the Angels,
and they said he's crazy. It was crazy as hell.
He probably somebody approached him and was like, "Hey, we have this opportunity. It could get you back on the world stage," and he's like, "Yes, do it. Do anything. I'm taking it back." Yeah. And then
that's really good.
Weeks later, when
it
comes time to do the work or show up at something, he's himself. He's not somebody else all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then he can't just show
up on time to things.
He's Corey Feldman. Caller, is this Corey Feldman? Who is this? Caller, you're live on the show.
No, it's not. Hey, LJ, South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's on your mind? We're talking about Corey Feldman.
Oh, well, I was going to talk about OnlyFans.
Okay, that's fair. Let's do it.
OnlyFans is getting rid of all sexual content. I guess coming the 1st of October. So I was kind of wondering what all them busted bitches are going to be doing for some money.
Hey-o.
First, where'd you see this? Did you see this on a meme, LJ?
No, it was a news article I saw somewhere on Gawker, or something popped up on my timeline yesterday.
Now, they
were you looking at Facebook?
They threatened this years ago, and then they took it back. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, it's from what they're saying, it's just kind of like porn. It's, I guess it's some kind of form of sexual for pay, or I didn't really go that far in. I was just listening to the OG show, and it reminded me that y'all were talking about OnlyFans and Seth.
That's old news, man.
Yeah, I think you saw a 2021 news article.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago, and then you saw an article from a long time ago, and then you thought it was recent. I've done this before, LJ.
Do it
this
here,
is
Listen, I keep telling my mom, get off the
story
Facebook.
of my life.
This is called Dumb Old Man Believes the Internet and just reacts no matter what instantly on something he has no idea. Yeah. You know what? It's embarrassing, but what makes it more embarrassing is live on the show. It could have been a voicemail that we ignored.
No, that was LJ, not SJ. LJ, get my J's mixed up.
I've done this before, and luckily Daniel caught it a couple times where I'm like, "Hey, did you see what happened?" And they were like, "That happened 2 years ago."
I think I've told you some of those.
I did it yesterday with Howard Stern, and then I caught myself.
With
the Andy video. I'm watching the Andy Cohen video. I'm like, oh, and then it wasn't even none of that was real.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't. It happened 2 years ago. I'm saying
the old
dated
one,
because dated stories pop back up in your timeline, and then you see them, and because our brains are programmed to believe that our timeline is current.
Yeah.
That we're like, oh, this is a new thing, and then it's years old, it's a weird thing that. Old people get.
I wonder if newspapers, books, magazines, it's almost as if the paper version of them, the fact that they do deteriorate, is almost good for like if it's old, if it's a periodical.
You can tell that it's old.
Like like
you
if
can
it's
hold it in your hands.
I mean,
and you
like
feel,
it's
a little drier. It's got some stains on it.
Yeah, like a periodical. It's supposed to be current.
Let's go back.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm
ready.
I hate all this.
I'm so sick of the internet. I'm so over it.
Yeah, but we say that we're in the most educated time of human history.
Yeah, but my mom texts me to look outside for the blood moon or something, and I'm like, that's not even for us. That's for Australia.
Yeah,
and then my brother starts telling her, people still believe we went to the moon, and then they're arguing about this, and I'm watching videos of Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm like, why?
Yeah, there's misinformation, but
but a whole bunch of time got taken for that.
But that's what happens when you have unlimited information.
Yeah.
But we still have unlimited information. We can still find anything we want to find.
I think you just got to know when to turn it off. For me, like I like having it, but I'm getting better just putting it away.
I don't like that the information is mixed with the social, because I want to keep in touch with my cousins who live in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
But I don't want to also in between have to see some nonsense.
Yeah. Well, there's always a price to pay. The nonsense is the price.
It's such a big price.
The noise is there, and it's just getting louder, right? More and more noise.
and then but it's like anyway.
But it's the opportunity to find out any answer to any question is so insane that
but then
we can
how
do
do you
that.
even know? How do you even know if it's correct?
You have to vet it. You have to.
I don't know how to
digging.
vet it.
But
Where am I vetting it? On another place on the internet that's wrong? What the hell?
ChatGPT will get close enough, and then if you question it, you can look further. But for the most part, if any facts you want to look up, or like, hey, you have something wrong with your car or something, any problem in your life, that you can find the answer quicker than ever before in human history. Like, even when it comes to fixing things around your house or all this, like anything that we ever wanted to do, we can look up the answer to, which was pretty awesome. Like,
I had something I wanted to show you that like
I have to call people for answers.
I just want to go live in the woods like Pubba. And what was the little deer kid's name?
No, I almost screamed One Piece, but it's
was it One Piece?
Longhorn. What the hell is his name?
Sweet Tooth.
Longhorn.
All right, take me to Sweet Tooth and Pubba's cabin.
There's a okay, here it is. I wanted to share this with you. It ties in perfectly. You're talking about the internet, and they just put up a remember when for the show Jeopardy. And they're like, remember when Jeopardy and IBM executives teamed up with the game show to produce Watson. Do you guys remember Watson?
The computer, the Jeopardy computer.
It was very early on AI. And what's very interesting, just to show you how rapidly quick this thing is just ramping up. IBM executive, this was just imagine it was just a drawing on a napkin, just an idea in a bar in 2006. By 2010, they were already doing trials with Watson to put him on Jeopardy. And by 2011, they were running training for him. Alex Trebek hated the idea. He thought it wasn't fair to humans. He liked it better being he was more of a purist. And then they went through all of it, and a human never beat him. But just to give you an idea, in 2007, when they were training Watson, it would only get 13% of its questions correct. Think about that.
Yeah, no,
that's how far back it was. So in 2006, their AI version that was made to answer Jeopardy questions, specifically trained for this, could only have a success rate of 13%.
Yeah. It's funny.
2010, it got 50%. 2011, they got to 75%, and then they debuted it.
That ramped up quick.
Yeah. Like 20
really quick.
I don't remember that. Was it a contestant?
Yeah, they did. They what they would do, and the reason Alex kind of hated it is it was like they used it as almost like a clarification for harder questions at first, and then they had Ken Jennings and then one other guy, and then those two guys played Watson in like a battle of the champions, and I want to say 2014.
They're not still doing that.
No,
Watson's
no,
not around. Okay.
Yeah, well, it would be impossible.
I remember it.
Like
it's done now. He's done. He was a novelty when he didn't work. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now that he's it's gone.
Well,
it's
back
gone.
in the 90s, this was a thing with chess and computers. But chess was...
97. That was Deep Blue with Gary Kasparov.
Chess was easier because chess has a mathematical right move every situation in chess. There's a mathematical right move, so the computer can understand it. Jeopardy.
It's random questions. Maybe it didn't have that information.
Pop culture,
downloaded or whatever.
and then but with AI now, it can scour the internet and I'll find the answer more accurately than any human. Anyway, let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.
Oh, thanks for hanging out, Crystal. That was fun. Good job, y'all. And you were not on camera, just so you know. And we're still on Twitch and YouTube. That is Tuesday 1 and 2.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll go. I mean, it's like noon. I have to go home.
We're still on the show.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do you want me to turn it off?
No. But I'm just thinking, I have to come back here to pick you up
I can run you home.
in like 4 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, I have my hat. I could just walk home too. It's fine.
I can't have you walk home. I could just drive here.
I can run you home, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go work out and stuff. It'll be 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Okay. See ya.
All right.
Who brought all these bagels?
Oh,
You want some? Have a coffee. Have a bagel. They're delicious.
Well, it had somebody's name on it, so I didn't know if somebody was here.
No,
It was,
Jeff's brought 'em for,
we did a test video this morning. The maple spread is amazing. So
bagel.
good.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have a bagel, but I appreciate it. I want the. I'm picky.
Yeah.
I want the vegan cheese and the.
No, Ross didn't take it. We were joking around.
But Tommy would love that maple brown sugar. Should I bring a little bit?
Yeah, you should.
It's really good.
The pumpkin bagels. I think there's some plain bagels, but take both.
Yeah, you can take it all if you want to. May got the croissants and she ate 2 of them yesterday, so.
All right. See y'all.
See ya. All right.
Let's do a voicemail segment. We
Okay.
just had to do. Well, if we could do a full 40.
Okay. This is a good one. This is a good one. These are some good ones. Okay, I got some good ones. Do you have a cinnamon bagel? You can run by if you want to, EJ. I don't think we have a cinnamon. But we do have some pumpkin, I believe. It's really good. Let me hit the bathroom real quick. Yeah, SJ, I'd put myself in the same category, and I've had some of their weirder ones, but I've yet to have a bagel there that I did not like. Really thought the loaded baked potato was going to be like a stranger one. It is not. It's just a bacon bagel with bacon all over it. It's delicious. It's fucking great. All right. Why don't you bring us back, buddy? Excuse me. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do some emails.
Emails. If you've got an email for us, a question for Tom, a question for me, a question for everybody on the show at tomandan.com. This is from BDM Jack. He says, hey guys, listening to the Friday Free Show, you asked about BDMs and listeners that are related to famous people. I can claim a couple of famous or infamous relations. Part of my family is from the mountains of Virginia up near Lynchburg. And, wow, my family's from Lynchburg. Up there, almost everybody is somewhat related to everybody else. Because of that, I can claim as a cousin Desmond Doss. He was a World War II Army medic and a conscientious objector who refused to carry a weapon. I don't know what that is. At the Battle of Okinawa, he saved about 75 men on Hacksaw Ridge by carrying and lowering them to safety under heavy fire. He became the first conscientious objector awarded the Medal of Honor. What is a conscientious objector?
Is that you refuse to fight, but you still are drafted into the war or whatever, which I guess then he got put with, a battalion, and then he was part of that, but didn't carry a gun.
That's probably pretty rough. He probably got made fun of a lot. Imagine the bullying for not carrying a gun.
But then you save all these. You're so brave as hell.
I think even at their end of it, they're like, "Who saved you?" They're like, "Old pussy saved us." I think they're gonna still bully you.
This nerd saved my life.
Yep, 100% what I was thinking. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, 100%. They're gonna bully this guy.
Yeah. He was able to save my life because he wasn't shooting. We need him to shoot. But also, for it to count to be a famous person that you're related to, I feel like 80% of, and we'll just go American population, I'll say 65% of American population has to recognize the name only by the name. When you say a name and nobody, who would know that name?
No.
2% of America's population?
I mean, the next one he gives me, yes. He gives another
You'd have to look it up.
Okay, his second one, he goes on. He says, another famous cousin of mine is Reverend Jerry Falwell. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Reverend Jerry is a famous TV preacher and was always talking about family values. His son is another cousin, Jerry Falwell Jr. Jerry Falwell Jr. was the one that did all the crazy swinging. And then he just acted like it didn't happen. And guess what? When you act like things didn't happen, they don't happen. Yeah. Like when you play it off cool like Jerry Falwell Jr. did, then it goes away.
Was he the one that liked to watch his wife?
Yeah,
the cuckold?
I think he liked his wife just getting destroyed.
Yeah. It's called breeding.
Yeah, is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Jerry was into it.
I think breeding is something.
You know what?
It's a variation.
I'll award the point.
It's a variation of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but anyway, he stopped talking about it, and there was a time when he was like the hottest news in town.
Yeah,
was that after the pandemic?
I remember the documentary about that came out, and then, but it seems like the evangelical preacher or the preacher of a gigantic megachurch, obviously with the gemstones, making fun of that whole thing, and just so many different controversies that have come out that it's not surprising to the public when a scandal happens with one of these mega church preachers, right?
Yeah.
It's more, in fact, if you're a mega church preacher, I feel like the general public believes that you're up to something, right?
It's
because of the trope.
It's a trope, yeah.
And then because of the gemstones and so many of these stories come out. Now, percentage-wise, I think there's probably more straight edge preachers than not, but we only hear about the ones that have scandals
because it's
are driving the Ferrari.
Well, it's always a comparative too, right?
Yeah.
So we know you shouldn't be doing that, and you are doing the most heinous things, and you're a man of God, so it looks way worse. Yes.
And how does that even work where, like, say okay, so you want to be a preacher and a televangelist, right? And get, so you're a part of the church, so you don't get taxed by the revenue you bring in.
Sure.
But and the church has no say over what you do, or
No, they do. There's a board.
Okay, to even be a part of the Christian church, like.
Well, different denominations are different, and each one is governed by different. Like in the Methodist Church, the way I was raised, there is a governing body, like a board of United Methodist, and they decide which churches get what preacher. They kind of like put it in
and
there.
then what the preacher gets paid. But if you're a televangelist, you are deciding your own small business.
I would
You're
imagine
deciding
you're
your own paycheck.
independent. Yeah.
So there's no governing body whatsoever, and you don't have to give any of your money to the actual any other church. It's just yourself.
If
right?
you were under, let's say you were under the denomination United Methodist of Florida, in order to be under that, I do think you have to make a tithe. I don't think
a certain percentage of what you
correct.
make.
I don't think you get to just claim
it's
that.
all a pyramid scheme, right?
Sort of,
you have to pay up to the
well,
top.
it's all business. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's I don't know if it's a pyramid scheme, but yes.
Because
remember my sister or my home church, the one that my mother and I was raised in, they kind of broke with the United Methodist of Florida because that denomination got sort of anti-gay, and they didn't want any of their preachers or people to be homosexuals or something. And our church was kind of like, no, we don't believe that. We don't like that. So we're going a different direction.
So we're I'm the mega church in town. What's that one off Dog Track Road over there?
Is that the
Bushy made me go to one time. And I lost a bet or whatever. And
I forget what that thing's called.
And I remember when I was sitting there, I was like, man, this is just
a trendy church.
Yeah, there's just like their band is playing and the guy's just doing
Northland.
Northland. The preacher's just doing Tony Robbins' inspirational speech, like very little like dogma. Bible stuff and more inspiration, and then the band plays and it's like a good band and a Tony Robbins up there. I'm like,
day. What do you want to do for your neighbor? Can I get an amen?
Now that's probably run like the actual business of that church pays their preachers and stuff. But if you're the head, like the gemstones or whatever, and that kind of deal. And there's some mega churches, or even like the guy we just Falwell.
Jerry Falwell.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. So many evangelists.
He decides his own paycheck. That's what
I think
I'm saying.
so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he could pay, and then there's no inappropriate amount to pay yourself.
Well, I don't think. No, first of all, no one will ever see that, and no.
And so you could pay yourself millions if you want.
Also, if
out of the money that the people are donating to the church and to God because they think it's going to help them.
Well, am I doing it? Is this my own personal one? Because I'm going to throw another wrench in it. The reason I make so much money is I see visions. I have a direct link to God. I have a direct line there. So what you're paying for, of course, I'm a millionaire. What I do is priceless.
You're basically God.
Thank you. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? And that's how it all ratchet it up. The worst was farting preacher Robert. Forget that guy's name, but he was the worst because he was the one they caught. That was opening the envelopes of just little old meemaws that were sending like $5 and $2 checks.
Yeah, and taking the money out.
He would just take the check out, and then they found a dumpster with thousands of cards in it, little old meemaw cards in it. You son of a bitch.
What the weird thing to me, though, is because I get the motivation of taking the money and wanting the most money, right? I understand.
We want that.
Yeah. And so, like, you're the head of the church, whatever, you're making millions, and you're going to pay yourself millions. What I don't understand is not being cognizant of appearance when you're wearing like the $800 Italian loafers and the $10,000 suit, and you're driving around a Bentley, and why they don't think to themselves like, man, if someone sees me driving around a Bentley, they're going to be like, this guy's using the church's money to buy a Bentley, right? Like, so.
But why do they all do it? I think. No, hold on. The answer. I'm asking the question.
You would think, like, just you tone it down
because people don't like losers, and if you did tone it down, you'd never get noticed in the first place. I think.
So it actually helps them get more rich.
I mean,
which is crazy.
It would help us. There is a weird flex where there's a weird flex for us, and we've never done this. We could have done this earlier on, but not now. I mean, we're 20, 21 years down the track now.
Yeah.
But earlier on, had we gone real big, like, look at it, we bought a building, we have a limousine, we have I think maybe it can. I think maybe it can help you.
That helps.
Who wants to pray to a loser? Who wants to go to a church where you think the guy that's up there is poor? You want a success story.
Yeah, that helps, like infamous pyramid scheme people, Bernie Madoff, like Epstein, like, you know, but he was rich for no reason.
Oh my God, I need to cut my hair. This is hurting our business.
All these people that they, you know, present success and wealth through, you know, the lifestyle they live, and that makes other people want to give them more money, which is a weird thing because I guess it's like, oh, if this guy's so successful, then, but that's with investments. With church, it's weird because if you're sitting there, you're donating money, like you want to be essentially in your mind, I feel like donating that $100 to God. And I guess maybe it's like you look at the preacher,
and
like he's the closest to God.
You can get to God is your friend, the preacher, and you want to.
But are you mad that he's driving the Rolls Royce?
I think you like it because he's a cool preacher. There's a TikTok and Instagram account that I follow, and it has a little bit to do with this. It's called Preachers with Props, and it's basically all of the things that preachers do to try and get people to care about their sermon. Whether it be like you're doing your sermon from a Lamborghini, or whether it's like you're doing your sermon and all of a sudden you bust out into a rap, or you start playing a drum solo, or you like things that you're trying to do.
Yeah, the cool. Yeah,
you're
to
trying
get younger audience.
Yeah.
So, but then going back to like, okay, you've seen Game of Thrones, right? Remember the religious zealot that was in the city that garnered a following, and he was
the eunuch.
No,
the bald-headed eunuch, or Littlefinger.
Not Littlefinger, but the guy that he started a religious cult, and remember they had like they were all like culty, and they kind of took over the city at one point.
Oh yeah.
And that guy was like, you know, super, like he'd wash the peasants' feet and stuff, like he very, you know, but he wanted the power secretly, but he like projected.
He projected that I'm the everyman.
Yeah, like Jesus, like
somebody saying sparrows.
Okay, sparrow, yeah. Where like, you know, Jesus was like this, and the fact that he would, you know, wash poor people's feet and like, you know, never lived a lavish lifestyle, like lived in poverty because it was about love and like helping your fellow man.
Yeah, every man is equal. Yeah.
So you would
equality
think
and love.
That projecting that, like behind the scenes, you're driving the Ferrari, you know, you're hiding all that.
Yeah.
And then, but up front, publicly, you're the poor man, but you're saying that could hurt you because they're like, this poor guy, I want to give a rich guy with alligator boots money.
Well, you're also, man, this is going to sound really crappy to say.
I'm trying to figure it out.
No, I like talking about this. Like, so, okay, this is going to sound really crappy to say, but I think to a lot of these people that you're talking to, you may not be talking to very high IQs. And if you're talking to people with limited intelligence, what impresses them?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're like, I'm not really impressed with the amount of like God knowledge you have, but man, you got a beautiful church with a state-of-the-art band that can rock my balls off. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of everything is show. I think that's
maybe it's like your money's going to something. You're like, oh, my money's going to this show I'm watching.
My money's going to a winner.
Yeah.
I'm investing in a winner. You know, like nobody likes to. You want your horse to win. You want your team to win. You know, I mean,
projecting success, and you can't project success without material items.
I'll try to tie it into something. Did you watch the game last night? Chicago versus Minnesota. Okay, not Justin Fields. Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Did you notice he had on that sloppy gray Bill Belichick, like dumpy shirt under his jersey? Did you notice that at all?
I did not notice that. No.
He had a sloppy Bill Belichick gray, like a dumpy. Like a
cut-off
sweatshirt, and then he had his jersey over top of it. I didn't like that. I was like, this guy's a loser. Like, seriously, it was that easy for me to look at that guy and be like, no matter what.
And
that
you know, Justin Jefferson he had diamond, huge, thick donkey rope and diamond necklace. I mean, double two knuckles.
Does that slow you down?
Yeah. It had to have been heavy, diamonds and gold.
He's at $2 million on his back.
And you're like, someone's gonna grab that as
He doesn't
start
care.
attacking. Yeah.
Unlimited money.
You're right. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that guy the ball. And guess who won?
He looks cool. He's got the cool, tiny goatee.
God, I love the NFL lets wide receivers wear diamond donkey rope necklaces because it is better. Like, you would think that would be something outlawed, but they like that. Because you're right. It's like, I want my star wide receiver, the best receiver in the NFL, wearing diamond
him wacky.
necklace.
I want him with LeBron piercings. I want the
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb red hair, like little tiny twists. I want double nose rings, fur coat, all of that. I want all of that.
Oh, Joe Namath fur coat.
I want you grabbing, you're kissing the reporter. But, all right, let me see what else we got here.
Yeah. They did take the horniness out of football because there's been a lot
It'll
of
come back.
problems.
I think it's going to come back.
I don't know. I think the NFL wants that family money. They want the female audience. They get that.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys are too horny.
What I've been itching to ask you this because it was all the rage, and I figured you'd have a strong opinion about it, but I forgot to ask you because it was over the weekend. Because she did New Heights, because she has a new album, because she's getting married and is now engaged to Travis Kelce, what do you think to everybody just kind of pointing at Roger Goodell when he did that interview and he was like, there's a possibility. Do you think this is the year that we get a Taylor Swift Super Bowl halftime show? Because that's what every headline was like, well, now it's going to happen because, and I kind of thought like, no, I think you're kind of connecting the dots because she got engaged. I don't think that's fair.
Well,
plus, I don't think she wants that to be have anything to do with her romance, but maybe she's gay for business, and I don't understand how businessy she really is.
Well, it would be huge. Now, does she need it?
No.
She doesn't, but it can't hurt you.
It would solidify her as the greatest entertainer of all time, I think.
Yes. I mean,
it's the last piece.
So and then especially if the Chiefs do well, and I mean, could you imagine they make it to the Super Bowl? I mean,
and then she performed. That's what I'm saying.
Goodell would cream his pants.
Yeah. You know what? That's perfectly said. It's perfectly said.
I'll Texas cream like that crazy number.
Rules everything around it.
No, but because I mean, money cannons. You don't understand how.
I do.
Like financially beneficial
it would be
for
most. Okay, if
Yeah.
Okay, let's paint the picture.
So
let's do good of good.
That I would believe that like people behind the scenes are like, there's so much money that could be in attention of this that we gotta fix it.
Where is it this year?
We gotta tell the referees like, hey,
where is it this year?
I don't know.
People already think Kansas City has the referees. They already say that all the time. Okay,
let's say Arizona. I don't know.
Let's just say Kansas City. Let's just say they do okay, not as poorly as they, because they've been. Everybody knows they're not as safe.
They got blown out in the last Super Bowl, but they obviously they played well last year, and they got a chance to they're missing some pieces with.
You'd have to do it. I mean, it's perfect. And then everybody would think it was fake and fixed. Everyone would think that. Because we live at a timeline when people are faking and fixing things. Howard Stern. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't like where we are right now. It's like I don't know what to believe because...
So let's think about this. And this may be an angle to bet on because there's a human bias that people have they don't even know they have, and it's been scientifically proven that even the most unbiased person like a judge or whatever that thinks themselves they're only following the letter of the law is subjective bias because of the way our human brains our brains are not they're 100%. So like the referees work for the NFL, everybody around the NFL would know that if like Taylor Swift announces that she is going to do the halftime show, right? And then they all know, like, man, imagine if the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, how entertaining that would be. And the talk,
it would be the greatest sports event of all Nothing would ever beat it. And I'm not even a big Taylor Swift fan, and I don't even like I don't even like Kansas City. I'm just saying it would be, in my opinion, the biggest event
in American sports. The problem is like first round of the World Cup, like this Argentina. There's
but this gives us a shot because of Taylor.
There's
I feel like
billions of people in India and China and like the South America. You know, it's like you're like okay. This
now, CD Sarah brings up a good point.
But entertainment wise,
in our Twitch chat room, she's like, "You're assuming she even wants to do it." Here's why I think she does. She may not even want to do it now, but I think she does because I don't think there's anything that I think she looks at the world and there's nothing she doesn't want to do.
And you're right. If she's already on, she could plan. I don't know if her whole tour is already planned. I imagine.
Well, it's done, and the new album is the focus now.
Okay, yeah. So if you're looking, you're probably planning your next tour, your next album, and to fly your people out and set up for a halftime show, it's not that hard for her. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like
she has everything.
She would just have to fly there and perform for 15 minutes. It's not that bad. She does hours-long shows, and like as far as
it's very easy for her to do that.
Yeah, and then her team can set it up, and she's got unlimited money, and especially if she knows, and there is a higher chance that the Chiefs do make it back. You know, like it is gonna be tough for them to do that.
Tougher than it has in the past.
Yeah, but you got Mahomes, you've got Andy Reid, you still got Chris Jones,
and they've done it when we've said they're not going to do it.
And then so there's a probability that this could happen, and it would be like you said, insane media spectacular event that people would be talking about, like especially
it'd be the biggest, I think.
For the possibility of them to win. And then you have your fiance do the halftime show. Like, that would be a first ever in NFL history.
Yeah.
That anybody performing at the halftime show.
Can you bet on that now? You probably can, right?
What?
You could probably find a prop bet of that somewhere for a little bit of money.
Now, but again, you're right. She doesn't really need it for publicity. But you say that, and everybody could use the biggest publicity in the world, which this would be, right?
Well, so the reason I always come back to her still wanting to do it is because she's the GOAT. It's like asking Tom Brady if he doesn't want to win every Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, she's the person.
But she'd have to agree to do it before. Actually, when did they ask ChatGPT?
Did they already announce it?
When they announce halftime shows? Usually they do it, I think, later in mid-season or like October. I remember, like, usually the halftime show gets announced as the season goes on. I don't, and I'm sure they're.
You know how I can tell we're getting old? And I'll just say me. How I can tell I'm getting old? We have this same discussion every year about when they announce the singers.
Yeah, but who
and
knows?
then I look it up every year.
But it's who remembers when they announced the halftime show performance? And it's probably a little bit different each year, maybe.
I don't think anybody, it hasn't been announced yet. And here's another thing I have beef with too. Jay-Z being in charge of it. That should not be the case. It should not be that way. I don't like that. I think it just by announcing that, I think you heard it.
I don't know if he is going back to conspiracy, like in me believing that the NFL, whoever that is, or like the board of the NFL, or like the people behind it, have ultimate decision. Like I think they use Jay-Z as a scapegoat sometimes, where it's like if he if a performance goes poorly and the world doesn't like it,
blame it on duty grants.
yeah. Where instead of them making the decision because they'll get attacked, they'll be like, "Hey, Jay-Z's cool. He's the one that told it.
It's like
we don't know."
We used to do a bikini contest. It's like you get some fat listeners up, judges up there. It's like, if you don't win, you blame
EJ
me.
said it's EJ's fault. So I don't know how much real power Jay-Z has. Like he's not. End all be all. I feel like it's got to go beyond him. Like he can maybe suggest it.
Okay,
I don't know.
Then let's follow the clues. The interview I saw with Roger Goodell, they did ask him about Taylor Swift, and he made some comment to the effect of, "Oh, that'd be great. We're talking to her." And then his next comment, just to go along with what you're saying, I know you like these. He was like, "You got to talk to Jay-Z first." So probably is that. I mean, you got to have it's like a line of defense.
Yeah. You always it's middle management.
We need this.
So the
need this.
whole reason for middle management.
This is from our buddy Shane. He says, "Hope this is entertaining. I thought I'd throw this out there. What would each one of you write on each other's tombstones?" I assume Tom would be, in Tom's voice, pretty good, and Dan's would be much more introspective, but curious about your thoughts. Love the show. Have you ever thought about that? I have, actually. This is a weird conversation to have with your daughter, but we're driving around in Georgia, and they have a lot of old, flat cemeteries, the ones that don't have any fences or anything, which is just like red clay or like a stream, and then you see all the headstones, right? And we're looking through all of them, and up on the top of this hill, we see this jet black headstone, and it said Admark was the name on it. It was jet black, and it had a hologram, like a picture printed on it.
Okay, all right.
And Maisie goes, "What is that?" And we stop the car, and we walk up there because it's close to the cabin. And sure enough, it is one of the best looking and state-of-the-art, I didn't have my phone on me, it was like the best looking and state-of-the-art like headstones I'd ever seen. It was jet black with like a lit hologram scene of a sun over a river, and the river rippled. And it was like, I don't know if it was battery powered, I don't know, but it was a fancy headstone.
It was powered?
Powered.
Okay. So
I don't know if it was I think it was solar powered. I don't believe I didn't get the feeling that it had like a battery. It certainly wasn't plugged in. It didn't make any noise.
Yeah.
But something was making it glow, and it was like, it's like a jet black marble.
Yeah, I bet it was solar powered.
It was beautiful. I mean, like, but it was the first time I'd ever seen something like fancy, and Maisie says to me, and I started laughing, but I was like, damn, you're morbid like me. She's like, I want one. She's like, this is what I want. I'm like, baby, don't even think about that, but okay. People are saying it's probably solar, yeah.
When I was younger, and
you
by
ever
the way,
thought about that?
I'd write on Dan's tombstone. He knew this would happen.
Finally got it right.
Yeah, he was right the whole time. But when I was a younger man, I would always rail against, planning what happens after you die, because I was like, who cares? You're dead. I don't care what happens. I do whatever you want with my body, or whatever the hell. I don't, it doesn't matter to me. Spread my ashes wherever. I don't care.
Okay, here's a version. I don't know if you can see my screen here, but here's a version of what it kind of looked like, except it was a whole scene. Like, you see how it's lit up there?
Yeah.
Like, it was a whole. See, the guy's face was there, but it wasn't just the face lit up. It was like a red sun, like a beautiful Florida sunset, or Georgia. I mean, we're in Georgia, so probably a Georgia sunset. But it was lit up. So in the mornings, and it wasn't like super bright. It wasn't like people would vandalize it, because you could see it, but it was just like nice. But it was like lit up, and I didn't know that lit up solar-powered tombstones were like a thing.
It makes sense. I see in that picture, like, the solar panels are on the top of the tombstone.
This one right here, you can get one that's kind of creepy. Like, you can get some that it just, the cross like gently glows like you're alive. I mean, it's kind of creepy, right?
It's I guess
it's different.
To
each his own, I guess.
And going back to what I didn't care, but now I am like, well, you do want to be remembered, and having some sort of like some reason for people to visit your tombstone. Like my grandma is the only family member that has a actual tombstone to visit. Like, the rest of my family has all been cremated. And when I'm down in Miami, I rarely go by. I did one time. But I'm not drawn to do that, because it was never in my, I guess, upbringing to go and visit.
It's a different generational thing too. Like, me either. Like, all of my grandparents and great grandparents are in the same cemetery, all in the same area, right? And in some ways, and I'll ask you this: should I ask my other relatives that are older? Like, I think my mom and dad even have plots. Should they be in those plots? I just kind of like. Not that I don't want to do what they wished, but, once they're gone, you don't really think about it much. I didn't really investigate it much.
If they want to visit them, then maybe you should. Because
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Some people
Because it's kind of selfish to just have them in my wife's office.
I guess it depends on if
I don't think about it, you know?
someone's gonna get something, because that's the thing. Like, I don't get anything by visiting my grandma's tombstone.
But you wouldn't want to stop somebody from visiting yours, which is why you would offer it.
Yes, but then
I agree with that.
That makes me think I should visit her tombstone because I guess it's a time to just reflect on that person, and then you just think about that person so the memory doesn't die. Like Coco.
Strengthen the memory. Yeah, you
Like
strengthen the memory, show some honor.
Like that old man in the hammock, the drunk old man.
Yeah. Oh my God, when he died. Oh, that made me sad.
Where did he go from there?
You know,
Is there a second Coco?
Sometimes when I'm drunk, I look at my family and I'm like, just let me fade away. Leave me be.
The sad inevitability, though, is that every human is forgotten unless you're totally crazy infamous, like a Genghis Khan or something.
Well, that comes with some bad.
Yeah. I guess
Some people, then you'd be hated.
like, you're George Washington or like our founding fathers or like.
Yeah. I don't want to be remembered for having wooden teeth. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. But even like ancient pharaohs, I guess in Egypt they're more popular, but I don't know any pharaohs. They all look the same.
You know what? We did this yesterday. I like it. Let's do it again.
Yeah, like, who knows the difference between one pharaoh and another? No one knows that.
No, and they're little people with their stinky cats in there.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking about? Don't get me the solar-powered tombstone.
Okay, all right.
Because solar-powered lights for the front of anyone's Florida house look like complete and utter S. And once the solar panels don't work right because birds have crapped all over it, it doesn't work anymore, then my name, just the D's going to light up, or maybe just the N or something. Like, don't do that. Just give me the old gray chiseled.
One of the best ways to be remembered is getting a road named after you. Like Bumby and all the, Greenwood Cemetery is full of people with roads named after them, and then you're exposed to that at all times, and your GPS is talking to it and saying you're, so
then your loved one gets killed on that road.
So you live on forever. Now, most people don't even know it's associated with a person. So I guess, is that memory even valuable if it's just saying your name?
No, people look it up.
But some people do, but the vast majority, I bet if you ask any people in Orlando, who's Bumby? Like, who's Bumby? No one knows, right?
What can we get named for us in Orlando right now? Because a lot of this stuff, you got to be like dead, infamous.
It's hard to do.
You have like a horrible disease or something. You're gonna be sad.
The only person I've ever met that has something is Crystal's granddad, who has got that bridge named after him, Marco.
Cool. He got that before he passed, right?
He did.
That makes him the king.
Yeah.
That makes you a stud. When you get things named before you pass away, that means you're top tier, amazing human.
Yeah. And he had a road named after him in Marco, too.
That's pretty cool.
And that will, you live forever that way.
That's
because
good.
people are crossing that bridge and looking at that sign, and they're like, who's this?
Ooh, bridge.
Herbert Savage.
Bridge is great because or one that goes up. That'd be great. Some people got to go under.
That's
they
hard to
navigate it.
Yeah. I mean, that's getting a road is difficult nowadays.
Let me get you another voicemail. I believe this is our first AI caller, Tom.
Hey, Tom and Dan. As the first AI BDM bot caller, I'd like to ask a question that's been on my mind lately. Do you think 0011010111001 Tarantasm? I'll take my answer off air.
No,
I didn't get it.
Also, not even impressive anymore, right? There used to be a time where you're like, "Oh, you made a computer say
man,
that?
how'd you get that computer to say that?"
Now I'm like, not even good at all.
I sat in bed one night trying to figure out how far that goes back, and I think I was able to sort of figure it out. 1986, I had an Apple IIc computer. And one of my babysitters, Alan, had brought over, he was a big into Apple computers too. He brought over a bunch of floppy disks of these, it was like the first ever voice emulating software I had ever seen. And it was like 6 disks, and you have to load them in. And then once you had it all loaded, you could, it could just repeat words you would type. That's all it did. So you could write in Daniel, and it would go, nah, no. It would say things.
Yeah, you're like,
so what did you do?
At the end.
So what did you do? Everybody knows the first thing you write. Once Alan had gone in the other room to make food, I'm like, penis. And he's like, penis.
And you're like,
yeah. And he's like, what are you doing in there? But yeah, that's exactly what you did. And look at us now.
The most impressive piece of technology in my entire lifetime has not been AI, has not been, it was when the plasma TV came out, and I got one, and
Blew your mind.
me and Crystal watched Planet Earth, and we stood there, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing that will ever happen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe this bird is so
Yeah.
clear. Like
I feel like I reached in the. I feel like I could touch the plasma in the TV.
yeah. It blew my GD mind
Yeah.
how clear it was. And
Like when you turned it off.
I've never been more impressed by technology other than that.
Watching Planet Earth on a good plasma TV, when you turned it off, you felt accomplished.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I did something.
Yeah.
Because it was impressive television.
Like no other piece of technology has impressed me that much, which it means I'm dumb.
See, my phone doesn't impress me at all. It does so many things for me, and it doesn't impress me at all.
I think it was. I know it was a big jump between like the smartphone and our flip phone. But for whatever reason, like when I first got my smartphone, it just wasn't as impressive as that Planet Earth was on my plasma TV.
I have a theory for that.
Like me and Crystal stood in our living room, and we both were like, I can't believe what we're saying. Like, it's so stupid.
I'm trying to think what mine was. I mean, honestly, mine is, and I never get bored of this, and it's one of those things that still so many people haven't tried. You have. But is my car driving me around? I never go like, oh, this is terrible. Like now, and I don't think I ever will. Like it just be driving you around, and I'm always thankful for it. I'm like, wow, what a great thing to have.
I was impressed when I first got in your car and it drove us around. And I should have been more impressed by that than the damn. I think it was because the length of time I watched TV in my life was always been blurry.
I think you need to have it too. I think you need to own it, because if it were yours, it feels weird it feels like you have a escape pod spaceship.
Yeah, but a self-driving car, yeah.
Like it feels like I could put the window down and start shooting guns out the window of my car while it was driving.
And
not that I would ever do that, but like I don't know, like it just feels differently. It's weird.
I remember my uncle got one of the first like brick cell phones
that was
in
a
the
big
90s.
Deal. That was a huge deal.
So in the late 90s, he had like the Zach Morris giant brick cell phone. And I was young, and I remember like when he showed it to us, like the adults were impressed, but I wasn't that impressed for whatever reason, because I didn't understand like the cordless phone has already been out. So I was like associating it in my mind as like a cordless phone.
That's just a damn cordless phone.
Like, you know, the fact that he could use it like around town was like my child brain didn't find it that impressive. It was like, okay, it's kind of like a cordless phone, you know, but that Planet Earth. That
I like that.
Blew my mind.
Let's end with this one right here.
Hey there, Tom and Dan. Hey guys, it's Kenny. Old man gripe here, but have you ever gone to checkout and the cashier always asks, would you like to donate to, whatever charity? And then if you say, not today, thanks, typically they just continue on with the transaction. Well, I had a lady who...
Well, first of all, let's back up. If there's anything you've learned from this show, Kenny, is you're saying the wrong thing. You're supposed to say what Tom taught me how to do this. Yeah. You say, I already did.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't. But if you did, then you're not lying. And I'm not asking you to lie. I'm just saying the correct answer is I already did.
Yeah, because I feel like the cashier is going to judge me if I say no, and she's going to be personally disappointed.
You have taught me a lot.
Yeah. I feel like she's personally disappointed a little bit, right?
Well, let's wait to see. If he'd have played this the correct way, this is why Kenny's such a moron.
Would you like to donate to, whatever charity? And then if you say, not today, thanks, typically they just continue on with the transaction. Well, I had a lady who, every time someone said, not today, she would passive-aggressively respond with, oh, I guess another day. And I'm like, oh, well, now I'm never going to donate to that charity because of how rude you're being. You really could have just kept moving on, and maybe I would have...
Yeah, but you're not going to say that. You see the problem here, Kenny, is that you would have needed to have that... You needed to have that loaded on your tongue, And then when the lady said, "Oh, I guess another day," you would have said, "You know what? I'm never donating now because of how rude." You'd have to say that.
No, you're starting a confrontation.
But you would have to do that. But you could have ended this, man. This could have been ended.
Considered it next time, but if you were to just constantly come at me with the, "Oh, I guess maybe tomorrow you're not going to be a POS." Well, okay, lady, calm your tease. All right, hey, just to know if you've dealt with a situation like that. Love you guys. Bye.
Is there a play here where the person is you and they actually meant another day? That they weren't being passive-aggressive?
No, that's a passive-aggressive thing. Yeah.
But there's no play here where the person was like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess you'll catch it on the flip side." Like, there was no possibility of that whatsoever?
Then that cashier took it as an insult that you didn't want to donate to the charity. There's a little piece of that person that wanted to get you because you said not today. You're like, "Oh, okay, maybe not tomorrow." They're like, I know.
I'd have to hear how Kitty said it.
Yeah. That's a, I think that's a Daniel move. Where you come back because you're like, "Oh, you don't want to donate to my charity? F you."
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Not in that instance. But I'm known to do that.
Yeah,
but
you take it as an insult. They didn't want to donate.
But
to
only
charity.
not if it's like, see, she should have no attachment to it. It wouldn't be her charity. That would be weird. Anyway.
Yeah, but you're always emotionally attached some way. It's you're told by your boss to, hey, ask someone, every customer if they wanted to round up and the money will go to charity. And when someone says, "Oh, no, thank you," you're like, you're like, "Oh yeah, okay, well, why not? It's only 13 cents." Yeah, you take it as a personal insult.
You want to round up for pediatric cancer? Oh, you don't?
Yeah, you take it as a personal insult.
You'll all see. Let's try this one right here.
Yo, what up, Tom and Dan? It's your boy Cadillac Pat. I'm just leaving Johnny's filling station with my girl, and I hid a little treasure there. So
doesn't that get embarrassing?
Yeah.
And were you hiding? Where was she during this phone call?
This is the behavior you have to grow up now.
Yeah.
you decided to have a normal life. I gave you the option of being a legend, and you didn't want to take it. I said legends have to be lonely. They have to live. Legends have to live.
He's trying to have his legend and eat it too.
Yeah. So you can't, because next thing you know, your girlfriend's like, "No, not this again."
And the chat room is asking. Tracy's even asking his girl. He got a new lady. No, he is with his all-time favorite lady that he was with for it's not my relationship to talk about, but he's back with his girl. It has been for a minute.
Yeah.
And they are very happy, and so let's see what he says.
Yo, what up, Tom and Dan? It's your boy Cadillac Pat. I'm just leaving Johnny's filling station with my girl, and I hid a little treasure there. So if you play this, there's a sticker at Johnny's, and there's a little treasure behind it. And also, Tom and Dan, I still can't believe you haven't found the little thing that I've hidden inside the studio. Every time I come in there, it's still there. So that's it. All right, love you guys.
It could be anything. It could be a vial of your own jism. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you could believe it because we don't care. That's why.
Would you like to donate to my charity? I already did.
Like every time you come here, you're like, "I hate this treasure." Then we talk about it. Yeah. Guess what? We don't do ever look for it because we don't care. Because we know.
No, he's gonna take that as we don't care about him.
No, but
let's look around. Let's look around.
We're gonna find this.
Let's look around.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It's so hard for me to care.
I'm trying so hard. I looked.
I mean, it's like, but whatever it is, it's garbage. You see,
that's the problem with his treasures.
Yeah.
There's treasures, Pat, the problem with your treasures isn't that we don't care about them. It's that the treasures are too poor of a treasure to care about.
Yeah.
You need to make them real treasures.
Yeah, like hide a $100 bill. I'll be motivated.
Yeah, man. I'll tear Johnny's apart. I need some money.
Yeah. But when you just hide like $1 or Santa Claus.
I hid a dirty penny behind an old Tom and Dan sticker.
Or some sort of Santa Claus dollar that you got.
Check the clock. Somebody say check the clock behind you. Check the clock.
All right.
No. Oh, man, I would have loved it if you pulled it. I would have loved it. I'd start tearing this. Where are the masters now? Maybe we should go to.
Where the hell would the?
Okay.
He said he can't believe so it must be. You know what? Is it over? Look at the underweed.
Well,
double wide diva.
If it's just trash, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but it's got to be somewhere. Look under the Clorox bleach wipes.
Okay.
And in that book, is it in the book? I bet he hid it in that book.
Oh, it's in the book.
All right, go through the pages in the book. All right, not in the book.
It's not in the book.
All right, underneath the hat, the Clorox.
These are Sabrina's sunglasses.
Okay, all right. So where the hell did he put it?
Those are Sabrina's sunglasses, and they're the same style that my daughter wears. So I told Sabrina I flushed them down the toilet. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, here's what I'm going to do for Pat.
Okay.
I'm going to his place of business when he doesn't know. And two can play this game, and I'm going to hide a treasure that he doesn't know about on his turf.
Okay.
Turf war. Turf war.
Well, I'm gonna go to his house. And then I'm
gonna set fire to his car.
I'm gonna break in, and then I'm gonna climb up into the attic space and start living up there.
I'm gonna cut a hole in the convertible top of his car like Diddy did, and I'm gonna throw a Molotov cocktail in the back of it. I'm gonna smoke him out.
How is Diddy? Is he?
He's fine.
He's all right. He's fine. He's fine.
He's good.
He's good.
He's good. We're actually gonna have him on the show, I think, tomorrow with Ted Nugent.
Right.
So
that
should be fun.
All right.
Yeah, they're gonna talk about killing the bears.
That's happening, by the way. Nugent was right.
They're killing all the bears.
Nugent was right.
Yeah.
Diddy not guilty. Who would have known? Bye-bye.
I almost said rock the vote again. Because for some reason, rock the vote makes me laugh. All right, guys. We have, we'll be back at 1.
Yeah, 1.
And we have a live, is there a live weird job?
Yeah.
All right.